Everything from leading Australia into India and then day-to-day scheduling, obviously with Igor as the head coach, so they'll work together with all the staff to work out what's happening each day.
These are always great camps, and they always make very happy, and everyone's very inclusive to everyone, which is awesome, which is a culture we sort of definitely want to keep building and everything like that. So
that was 3.5 words.
Go well in India.
That's
why
movement, emergence.
Fun. I had so much fun working with you and seeing you guys developing your skills and hanging out outside the field.
Welcome here on Sandy Bay Media for this episode. We're here with the folks over here at Australian Blind Football who are preparing for their India tour in the next couple of months that's coming up, and we're going to have a quick chat with them. But let's get an introduction of who we've got.
My name is Shahram Jazan, and I am one of the person who's going to India.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm Brendan Spencer, and I'm also one of the players going to India, and I'm the vice captain.
Fantastic.
And I'm Christine Casey. I'm also one of the players going to India for the Asian Championships.
Awesome to hear that. Okay, well, firstly, how does everyone feel, and what's the vibe going on?
To be honest, if you ask me this, it's always been my dream to one day represent Australia in Asian, internationally, and representing Australia. I feel it's an honor, and it's my dream, and it's my dream becoming true, and I'm so super excited. Yeah.
That's excellent to hear that. And Brendan?
Yeah, so for me, it's also a dream. Ever since I've come into blind soccer, this has been something that I've been aiming for, or in other words, I've been aiming to be a part of the international competitions, and that's because they're massive around the world compared to soccer in itself is a global sport. So to be able to play it in an marginally adapted version, it's going to be great.
Excellent to hear that. And Christine?
I think I'm about equal measures excited and nervous. So it's not really something I had ever expected to get the opportunity to do, to represent Australia in soccer. I'd actually never even played football until just about 1.5 years ago. But we have a great team, and I think it's going to be an excellent opportunity to learn and to test our skills against other countries. And I'm just very much looking forward to the whole experience.
No, I can definitely tell that. Just looking at the energy so far, you can just see it, that a good, healthy level of excitement, but also a bit of nervousness, a bit of anxiousness, but that's awesome to see.
It's great. I feel like the nervousness, and we'll be able to use to our advantage. I feel that because it is a big occasion, there's a lot on the line.
I mean, when you're representing your country, there's always a lot on the line. Okay, we'll get into India a little bit later on, but let's have a look at the last couple of days of the camp, how that's been going, what that's been like. I think with the camps like this, it brings people from all over the country together.
It's been great, and you can see it's very inclusive in terms of the camp, very well organized. And we have to basically thank the organizer, David Kamali, and the volunteer. They did an incredible job to get the team in this shape and in that position. So it's been 2 or 3 days very well, and we've been very lucky to have such a great team.
No, I can definitely tell that. And Brendan?
Yeah, I feel like the culture that we create, as Shahram was saying, is an inclusive one, and it's set by the values that we have. So in terms of the values being the fact that we have belief, we're honest, we're loyal to one another, we're also self-aware in terms of what we strive to do. We do our best to be aware and improve of what we do. So, and then that comes back to honesty. So, I feel like, it's bound to get better. Well, it will get better. It's on a great path at the moment, and it'll only get better.
That's terrific. And Christine?
Yeah, it's been a great camp. It's been excellent having the opportunity to start to work together as a whole team, because in the past our camps have, the 2 days training has been working towards a match in the national series. So often we're not playing all together. Some of us are playing as opponents. And so the opportunity to train together and learn how to work as one unified team has been great. And we've had the opportunity to do lots of drills and talk through and run through various game scenarios, which will hopefully prepare us for what we're going to face in India. And it's just a great team culture and a great opportunity to do something that we all enjoy. There aren't always a lot of opportunities for people who are totally blind to be involved in sport, especially a sport where we get to run around and do so many different things. Yeah, it's really nice also just to have that camaraderie with people from different states who enjoy the same things.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with everything all three of you says. Just as I said before, it just brings everyone across the country together, and as Christine touched on it, it's just a great opportunity to have this event going on, but also the tour that's coming up. It's massive, so it's excellent to see this. Okay.
I would also like to say that the female blind football has just started up. So before our tournament will be the women's Asian Championships, from what I know, and from what I know, there will be 2 teams. So it's really focusing on inclusion, equality, and it's to have a women's blind football championships, particularly within blind sport. It's I would say it's a first in to some extent. Obviously, there's within the Paralympics, within other events, there are there are females who play. There are competitions catered for all genders like that, but I feel like a team sport there isn't. I'll say this. Well, from what I understand, this could be one of the first.
And we're excited to have started that development process for women's blind football as well. But at the moment, just because of numbers, so we are playing in the men's competition. I'm not a man, but because our country is new, that's why I play on the men's team. But it's very exciting. We had a women's development camp last time in conjunction with our national camp, and just seeing the way that all the male players really welcomed the girls and helps them feel comfortable, and were so generous in sharing their skills and teaching the new players what to do. So I think we have a great future in Australia for both the men's and women's blind football going forward.
That's awesome to hear that, and just to hear the inclusive nature of the sports is building and growing. I mean, it's a bright future going forward, so it's excellent to see that. Okay, just before we wrap up, looking at the tournament, I know we touched on a little bit about how you're feeling and going. How do you think we'll go?
Look, this is Australia. We never had a team. We never had and we never represent Australia before. So this is the first time that Australia is going to send a team, which is we don't have that much experience, but whatever happen, it's going to be a great result. So I'm sure we're not thinking about the winning or losing. We are going to play our game, and I'm sure we're going to do well.
And Brendan, your thoughts?
Yeah, my thoughts are that we are going there to win. Like that's our aim. And meanwhile, as it is our first experience, recognising that because that is the case, to really take it in and learn as much as we can, so that for the World Championships next year in Birmingham, which we'll be playing in, we have, we'll be able to bring experience and skills that we've learnt possibly back from these Asian Championships and to further progress.
I think we're going to be the ultimate underdogs. I don't think expectations from the other teams will be very high as to what we can bring to the table. So I'm looking forward to learning and gaining lots of experience and hopefully giving them a good shock at what, that they'll be very surprised at what Australia is able to demonstrate in terms of our skills and our sportsmanship. And hopefully we can come away with some wins as well.
That's awesome to that. I think you guys are going to do Australia very proud going into this and giving it all you've got.
I'd just like to say as well that you can follow us, on the Facebook, and I think it's Blind Football, Australian Blind Football. There will be a live stream of it, so please share it around and get behind us, because I think the more support that we receive, the more encouraged we'll feel, and because in the end we are representing a nation, so we're a big team, we're a big community,
Completely agree, and we'll put those links up and we'll share it around once it kicks off, so it'll be up there. Well, look,
I think if you can share the links prior, that way people can pre-save them, or I think there's more likely.
I believe we even have merchandise for sale now that's Bilby. Bilby is our team name.
Yeah,
so
right.
if you want to support us, you can buy some of the Bilby merchandise, and I think some of the percentage of profits goes towards funding the team and the sport, because unlike professional athletes, we all have other jobs outside of sport, and this is something we all have to commit all the training and everything. We need to largely pay our own way, and it's something we have to fit around our work and study commitments. All of us have jobs or are studying as well, and so we really appreciate anyone's support. Watch the games, get behind our team, and if you want to look into our merchandise, it's pretty good.
We'll definitely put all those up. And do you want to say?
No, that's all good. That's all good. All been said. Very well.
Well, thank you for joining us. All the best with it, and we'll put all the links up in our description.